All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about Jagannath consciousness. And I want to be clear, this is so much more than just a belief system. It's really the lifeblood, the very pulse of Odia culture and its incredible literature.
So that really begs the question, right? Who is Jagannath for the Odia people? And as you're about to see, the answer isn't as simple as pointing to a deity in a temple. Not even close. It's a living, breathing experience.
And that's really the heart of it, the core idea we're going to unpack. For the Odisha people, Jagannath isn't some distant god you simply worship. No, he is the pulse of existence itself, the very rhythm of life.
To really get our heads around this, we need to look at a concept called Jagannath Chaitana. This basically translates to Jagannath consciousness, and it's key to understanding this as a truly living experience.
So what exactly is it? Well, you can think of Jagannath Chaitana as this incredibly powerful, sacred emotional bond. It's like an eternal river of shared feeling that flows through every Odia heart, connecting them no matter where they are, what their caste is. It transcends all of that.
And this is where it gets really beautiful, because this consciousness isn't some lofty, abstract thing. It's tangible. You can feel it. It isn't locked away in a temple. It lives in the quiet of a village street, in the sound of the sea breeze, even in the small flame of a lamp in someone's home. It's right there in a simple food offering, just as much as it is in the massive, world-famous Rath Yatra festival.
So how can we explore all these different dimensions? Well, we're going to turn to literature. We're going to look at 3 absolutely monumental novels from Odia literature. And what's amazing is that each one reveals a totally different face of this living god, helping us piece together the answer to our big question.
First up, we have Nilasaila. In this novel, Jagannath is presented as something huge, something epic, the very soul of the nation.
I mean, that quote just says it all, doesn't it? The Lord isn't just a deity to be worshipped. He is the soul of the nation. He embodies their shared glory, their faith, their entire collective memory. It's an incredibly powerful idea.
So the story is set during a time of crisis. Foreign invaders are threatening the sacred idols. But here's the thing. The king's struggle to protect them, it becomes about so much more. It turns into a fight for the identity of the Odia people themselves. In this context, protecting the Lord literally means preserving the very soul of their culture.
Okay, so from the soul of the nation, let's zoom in a bit. Our second novel, Nilasaila, shifts the focus from that big, collective experience to something deeply, deeply personal. Here, Jagannath becomes a kind of spiritual magnet. And just listen to this. He becomes an eternal magnet, capable of disarming even the most modern, skeptical mind. Wow, that's such a fascinating idea, right? It's talking about a spiritual force that goes beyond logic, beyond reason, a power that just pulls you toward a sense of peace.
And the book shows this perfectly through its main character. You have this totally rational, modern guy from the big city of Kolkata, a skeptic. But then, he goes to Puri. And when he stands before the deity and looks into those huge, all-seeing eyes, everything changes. Time just stops. The world dissolves, and his logical, skeptical mind just surrenders. He's completely overcome by this profound feeling of being embraced by a larger consciousness, a total spiritual awakening.
All right, so we've gone from the nation to the individual. Now our third novel, Shakuntala, brings it even closer to home, to the most intimate level possible. Here, Jagannath is a beloved member of the family.
Yeah, just think about that for a second. He's not some distant god in a faraway temple. He's a compassionate presence who's right there with you in your daily struggles. You treat him with the love and intimacy you would any other family member. The story makes this so incredibly clear. At one point, the local village idol is stolen, and the villagers' reaction? It isn't about losing a religious object. It's pure, deep grief. It's as if a loved one, a member of their family, has gone missing. That profound sorrow just shows you how deeply woven Jagannath is into the fabric of their daily lives.
Okay, so let's pull all 3 of these views together. This table sums it up perfectly. In Nilasaila, Jagannath is the guardian of the nation. That's all about collective identity. In Nilasaila, he's the awakener of the soul. That's the personal transformation. And in Shakuntala, he's the heart of the family, that super intimate relationship. See? 3 totally different perspectives, but they're all part of the same living, breathing consciousness.
So what's the big takeaway here? What does all this mean? Well, these literary explorations show us that Jagannath is not a static idol. He's a dynamic, living force, a source of truly endless inspiration.
And this, right here, this might be the most crucial point of all. The connection isn't just about worship, an act you perform in a temple. It's about living with him, experiencing him as a constant presence right there in your home.
And that's what makes this relationship so unique. This is a God who, in the hearts of his devotees, eats with them, rests with them, shares their lives. His domain isn't just the temple, it's the kitchen, the courtyard, the quiet corners of everyday life.
So in the end, after everything we've looked at, it really boils down to one simple, profound truth. To understand Odisha, you must understand Jagannath. The two stories are inseparable. They're one and the same.
Jai Jagannath!